One of these got bin bag, takeaway menus, a map of gravel bars, and a list of rules on the back of the gravel bars.
So we just arrived at Willow Park Fisheries, which is just off the M3, just on the Hampshire and Surrey border. And it was quite an easy drive, only took us about an hour and 15 minutes on that.
Yeah, it looks a lovely place. I think the best thing we can do now is try and have a walk around, see if we can find any fish showing. I know it's a busy day ticket, so try and slot in somewhere and hopefully have a few fish out. Right, the last thing I do normally on a busy day ticket venue such as this is cast out a marker float, because normally the safe water is where the fish will be, so the free swims normally hold quite a few fish early on in the session. And we've seen fish cruising on the surface. We've decided that we're going to start off with zigwigs, so I need to get a rough idea of what the depth is out there so I know what length to fish my zigwigs at. Well, there we are, double black and yellow ziggies again. Just seem to be working really well for me at the moment. It's been fishing really tough on here. I know a lot of fish haven't been coming out, and this hasn't taken too long. It's probably been out there for about half an hour, just over where the fish have been showing. Little breeze coming across now, and I think that's just helped them get on the feed. Wow, that's unfortunate. That fish just dropped off in the margin. Nothing wrong with the rig. I think that was down mainly to the fact that the leg didn't drop off like it should have done. But I'm going to recast it back out onto the spot now, make sure everything's set back up, and who knows, we might get another fish very soon. It's looking good for it. Right, we've wound the zigs in now. Unfortunately, we couldn't get another take during this hot weather. After that fish I lost early on, the heat just got hotter and hotter, and the fish were just milling about on the surface with no interest in taking baits. So we've switched methods now. We're going to be fishing on the bottom, and we're going to be fishing with steamies. The reason we're fishing purely with steamies in the spod mix rather than the pellet and the ground baits that we normally put in there is because there's loads of bream in this venue, and the last thing we want after not catching a fish all day is to be plagued with bream during the night. The spod mix is a little bit different. We've got various different sizes, shapes and colours of steamies, and we've also broken a few of the 18 millers between our fingers just to let off extra attraction and have some rough shapes in there. So we're going to spod that out now, get it clipped up accurately and get fishing over the top of it.
I'm into a fish over our spotted area that we made up earlier. You saw Chris do that. It was caught on a TNT pop-up, just with a little bit of foam around it. No PVA bag, just straight over our spot. So into a fish, just hope we land it. There we go, this one zoomed off, 60 yards range over the spotted area that me and Chris were working on earlier on today, and a lovely upper double common. Happy days.
Right, well there we are, black and yellow ziggies again. About the same time as I caught the fish yesterday that dropped off. Just seems like the fish just seem to be moving into my area around this time, just onto the shallow plateau in front of me. Let's try and land this one. Right, there we are, lovely common, mid-double, caught on the black and yellow ziggies. Around the same time I had the run yesterday, but luckily I managed to get this one in. Really pleased to get this one back.
I'm just going to show you how I prepare my zig rig before casting out into the lake. I'm going to take my lead, dunk it into the nut oil, followed by the hook bait. So when I cast out and the lead comes in contact with the surface of the water, it's going to create that lovely oil slick, attracting fish that are in the area. Not only that, but when the lead hits the bottom, it's going to be constantly working for me, slowly releasing the oil up through the water column and keeping that swim active.
This fish is giving a really good account for itself, scrapping really hard in the margins, rather lively common. Well, we just got that fish in the net, and the rod that was fished to the side of it over the spotted area has just gone off again, so fantastic. Right, well there we are, lovely brace. As you can see, the weather's still all over the place. We've had hailstorms, we've had sunshine, rain, but the fish are on the feed. Lovely brace, really pleased with these. Let's get them back and see if we can catch them more. Well there we are, the spod mix is really kicking in now. All those different size steamies really working for me. Getting a lot of fish feeding over the area, a lot of bubbling. Let's try and get this fish in. All this bubbling in the margins here, Paul. See it? Yes. Lovely. Well, there we are. Sun's just come out. Left hand rod's rattled off again. Another cracking common, and the fish are getting bigger as well. So I'm confident of some more takes. So I want to get the rod straight back out now and get this fish back in the water. Right, okay, we've just come to the end of our session down here at Willow Park Fishery. The weather's just got worse and worse, but the fishing's just got better. It's been a really enjoyable time, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely has some really nice pretty fish that we've been catching and fighting through all the different sorts of weathers that we've been having as well.
Hailstorms.
Yeah, we're certainly coming back, aren't we? That's
Yeah,
nice.
definitely. Right, I've got a long drive home, so let's get going, mate.
Yeah.